Hello everyone, welcome back to this final session on the list concept, the hands-on session. The concept what I had explained in the previous video, let us see how exactly it is working. So now taken an example here. There are two strings with the same values here, that is banana and banana, and there are two lists here, A and B, and the values are 1 2 3 4. So both the values are same. When you are trying to find out, when you're trying to check if for this object A and B are equal by using a that is the is operator, if you are trying to compare for the string, it returns it to be true because both of them are referring to the same object, or it is considered to be the same object. But whereas in a list it is not the case, A and B will be two different objects, so it returns that it is not the same, that is A is not as same as B, it is false, because A, although the values are same, they are referring to two. I told you they are not identical, they are just equivalent. Now let us look at the second example. So here in the second example, so if you're creating a reference, then how will things work? That is the concept here. So if I have created a reference here, so A has the value 1 2 and 3 here, and I'm creating a reference by assigning A as B, and I'm trying to see if B is A. In this case, when I'm comparing B is A, it returns to be true because now A and B both are referring to the same object. I have used the aliasing concept here, and if I try to change any value of the list A, then definitely that will be reflected in the A because they are referring to the same object. So if I try to change not as A of 0, if I try to change it as A of B of 0 is 17, then if you observe the output here, it is changed as 17 to 1 3. So it is just the same, even if you are changing A or if you are changing B, both are one and the same because they are referring to the same object in this case, because you have used the reference here. And now about how we can pass list to a function. This is an example where we can delete the value. So here I have created a function called as delete underscore head, and I have passed the function here, that is sorry, the argument here to the function, that is t, which is nothing but my list. So what have I defined here, or what is basically happening here is the list is nothing but ABC, and I've called the function delete underscore head, and I've passed that list called as letters here. So in this letters, what is happening is using the delete operator, del operator, we are just trying to delete the first element of the index 0. So the first element, just in simple terms. So whatever changes you make here will be reflected in your print, that is outside your list. So when you're trying to print the letters, if you observe your output, so A is deleted and you have only B and C here. And coming to your slicing, so in slicing, if you are performing something like this, say I'm taking a reference as t is equal to t of 1 onwards, and I'm trying to perform slicing, then in this case this reference is not or the value is not being reflected here in the letters or in your original list here. If you want that to be reflected here, then what changes you need to make here is, I told you, you need to use the return function here, and you can use ret is equal to, and then you can try to print that, then it will be uh, uh, just reflected. So here what slicing we are doing is, we are just trying to slice after the, that is the first index onwards. First index onwards means b comma c. So here if I add some more then all those will be reflected. So bcgh will be printed. So in this way also you can use your return function. So this was all about the list concept. So I have totally shared 4 plus 4 videos up till now. That is 4 videos on explanation and 4 videos on hands-on. And also, as I told you in the previous video, I'll share you a complete set of all these programs with the output. There are around 28 programs with the output. So please refer to all these concepts, and whatever those 3 to 4 programs I have given as assignments, please take it seriously. Write it either in your notes or in your assignment book, and we can later I'll check it and I'll review the same. So thank you. I'll meet you in the next session, recording session, talking about the dictionaries concept. Thank you again.